Time now to talk business with our partners, 2 Degrees. Markets are holding their breath for the next few hours ahead of the latest earnings report from Nvidia, the world's largest company by market cap. Garth Bray, Country Mile, Garth Bray Business Desk. Good morning.
Good morning, Ryan.
So what time is this coming out?
10 o'clock this morning, New Zealand time.
Great.
Eyes down for a full house. I think, expectations, of a revenue of about 55.5 billion and prior guidance, beating prior guidance of roughly 54 for August, and some expectations that will forecast revenue for the current quarter. I think analysts are picking about 62, roughly up 58% on the year. Those are all just big numbers, right? The real number, I suppose, is the options market and where sort of people are trying to put their bets ahead of this. And the reporting that I was seeing was suggesting like there could be a 6% swing, which we're talking like $500 billion it could rise or fall based on these numbers, which it's just staggering.
Massive.
It's literally, it's bigger,
Bigger than being here.
Bigger than markets. And this is what all of our investments. But calm the farm is the message we're getting. Really good piece from a markets reporter, Rebecca Stevenson, today, looking beyond this and saying, look, a lot of investors now are into this through markets, through exchange-traded funds or through their KiwiSaver, and because you're drip feeding money in, dollar cost averaging, you're buying it when it's up, you're buying when it's down, you're buying the long burn, not the volatility.
Yeah.
So that's cool. And there's also plenty of other stuff to look at now. There's this, it's worth a read actually, healthcare, defence stocks,
lots of stuff
in Europe.
And it's chips, isn't it? So Nvidia is the chips, so they feed the AI.
Yeah, they were a gaming company, they were gaming computers, and then suddenly they noticed one of their biggest customers was an outfit that was working on AI, and they went, hey, we could be on this.
Now, Napier Port has reported back and it's good.
Yeah, back down to earth here in little old New Zealand, but yeah, 24% increase on operating activities, and that was basically good cost control and yield management and so on. But it's an agricultural port, really. It's shipping a lot of apples out of the country, fertiliser and farm imports coming in, and all of that lift in trade, I think, was about a 9% increase in volumes in containers anyway. And that's saying, hey, look, there's actually good signs of a export and primary-led recovery, which is great. I mean, you're also seeing, this isn't, we're moving north up the island now, but kiwi fruit numbers as well out of
Port of Tauranga.
Yeah, and looking, the forecast per tray returns there from Zespri, basically up, saying now going to exceed the top end of their August ranges, record returns for all their fruit
No, it's been going gangbusters.
Looking really great.
But dairy, we're going to have to revise down some forecasts after yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Now, Air New Zealand's investing in an aviation, a start-up company. What do they do exactly?
This is what we're hearing anyway. So you ever been on a plane, you're sitting there and you're waiting either to get on or get off, and they're saying, we're just waiting for some paperwork.
Yes.
It's literally paperwork sometimes, or a Word document or an Excel spreadsheet that someone's shared with somebody else.
Someone's going to do an app.
They are doing an app. OneReg, little Kiwi company, a lot of them are ex-Air New Zealanders, and they've gone in and set this thing up. They're in a lot of New Zealand and Aussie airports, and they look like they've just signed up Air New Zealand both as a customer, but possibly also chipping some money in.
Oh, great.
So Stephen Tyndall's K1W1's already in there.
OneReg.
OneReg, you'll never hear of them because it's like a business-to-business thing, but it's basically the idea is let's jump ahead 20 years so that they're sharing that stuff a little bit more effortlessly. Having an airline involved is probably quite a spree for them.
Now, we have to leave that bit there because I want to get you fun bits.
Well,
show me your fun bits, Garth.
Show us the money in the art world. Have a look at this. This is the Gustav Klimt that sold yesterday.
Oh, the Klimt, yes, of course.
Portrait of
Quite familiar
Elizabeth
with his work.
Lederer, one of only 2 full-length portraits still in private hands. We don't know if it's still in private hands. That's the Sotheby's auction house there. 420 million New Zealand dollars they went for. That includes fees. I think it was about 202. That was 20 minutes worth of bidding, went well past the 150 million US that they thought it would get. Pretty amazing result.
Fantastic. We don't have the toilet to show people.
We don't. We showed the toilet recently. The
gold-plated toilet. What did that go for?
21 million New Zealand, including fees, but only one bid. So maybe not a massive amount of interest on the day, but certainly I think one person said, I haven't seen as many people lining up to check this thing out since to check out a toilet since I went to a basketball game in New Zealand, in the US. But it was, basically it went for sort of scrap value. So
I don't get that.
There's a bit of a
and what is? I don't get the basketball.
Well, you line up for the toilet at the basketball because it's always crowded. There was a crowd of people lining up for that. Anyway, but it's a bit of a joke there. So basically, we went for scrap metal value.
Oh right.
The artist had made a
how much? Hang on. How much were the other day? They were saying how much were they expecting for it? Was 11 million?
I think it was it was 12 million US. It went with fees. About 10 million ahead of the fee, so roughly the value of the metal, to be quite honest, which is probably what the artist was trying to imply. You know, he said it doesn't matter whether you've had a $200 meal or a $2 hot dog, it all ends up in the same place.
Yeah, very good point. Garth, thank you. Garth Bray, Business Desk, thanks to our partners, 2 Degrees.